Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends, and today I'm playing in a carrier. It's kind of different, huh? Things are changing. I'm becoming a carrier player now. Nah, I'm kidding. But today we are seeing Kaga and all her ability as a carrier. Now, I got Kaga from the Beru project a while ago. I started Kaga and I was like, this seems like a pretty cool project to start. I stopped it. Went and got GK, Montana, all those guys, and Kaga I just like put off for a while. Then when I looked at my Bear Raid projects, like trying to figure out which project I wanted to start, I looked back at Kaga. I'm like, I'm already like halfway done, so I might as well. So I got Kaga, and that's why we're here today. We're gonna see if Kaga is worth it or not. Now, I am not a carrier main, so my opinion is gonna be very interesting. But I do not play a carrier very often. I can even show in stats, like right now, I've only played 7 matches in a carrier. Like, it's ridiculous. And a thing about the carrier is that there's only so much you can do. You can be annoying with the planes, the torpedo bombers. Like, you could be annoying in all the ways you can. And you can make a great effect and also contribute a lot to the team if you can. But you're limited to do so many things. Like, you're heavily relied on planes. Your boat can't do much because there's no main guns. The secondaries aren't going to be the best. Like, there's only so much you can do, and you kind of have to rely on your team to kind of carry and have you be the air support that allows them to be able to get this carry to get this match, like, to win, to win this match. Because playing as a carrier, you kind of have to be good at what you do. But I'm not the best carrier in the world. I give it my best when I play. I played a carrier a lot in like Ranger aircraft carrier, some Lexington, and then I got rid of Lexington because I never played it. But let's get into the review. First commander I am using is Tamon Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi. Sorry if I didn't pronounce it right. Haters, please don't do that. Alright, commanders Tamon freak, bro. Alright, this is the commander we are running. We got Typhoon, average AA damage per second is plus 6%. No fly zone is increased AA damage per second is 10%, and firing range is increased 5%. One-way ticket we're also running for torpedo damage, out of sight for more less detectability and more bomber HP. And burn baby burn for chances of aircraft carrier HE bombs or secondaries causing fire, plus 4%. HE bomb damage is increased by 2%. And we're running We Are Legion because we don't really need fully packed. Torpedo bomber airspeed is increased by 2% when an enemy ship is within 3 kilometers of range. Now, I could upgrade his legendary rank, but again, I don't play aircraft carriers as much as other people do. So, like, there's no reason for me to get legendary on him. I got 1 legendary, but it's because I got him from a crate and a duplicate. We're running Captain Picard, Dive and Skip Bomber HP, and Torpedo Bomber HP is increased by 1.4%. Ernest King for extra A gun firing range. So that's our commander and what we're running. Exterior, we're running global. Credits, need credits. Got to get some silver because I'm trying to work my way to Buffalo right now. And rare global XP boosters for that global XP. I run standard type camo. It came with the boat when I got it. And I think it looks pretty sick on it. I love the camo. I love looking over camo on other boats, seeing, what looks good on the ship and what fits it. And I think the green looks pretty well on the Kaga. I almost called it Kagero. I think it looks great on Kaga. It fits with the boat, fits the style. I even like the big red dot they got on the carrier, like on the deck on top. Like, it looks pretty sick, symbolizing Japan. Like, that's pretty sick. I like that camo they got on there. Let's have a look at our combat loadout. So HE bombers, hit points is 1,806, maximum speed is 185 knots, attack unit size is 4, aircraft per squadron is 12, detectability range is 6.7 kilometers, bombs and payload is 1, maximum bomb damage is 8,160 K, aircraft maximum flight range is 32 kilometers, hit points is 1,682, maximum speed is 176 knots, attack unit size is 4, aircraft per squadron is 12, detectability range is 7 kilometers, torpedoes and payload is 1, maximum torpedo damage is 5,508, aircraft maximum flight range is 30 kilometers. We also get evasive maneuver. Incoming damage to your squadron is reduced by 50%, so you're allowed what is it? Avoid the AA from like what is it, dude? I lost my words today. DDs, battleships, like any boat, you're able to maneuver their AA better, allows your planes to stay alive longer. We also get the patrol fighters, 60 seconds, reload time 10 seconds, number of consumables is 3. So yeah, specs, survivability is 67, aircraft is 51. Survivability, we have 54,200 hit points. Armor is 13 to 152 millimeters thick. Torpedo damage reduction is 25%. Aircraft, again, 51 rating. We already looked over that. Artillery is 6. We have secondaries. That's all we have, really, on this boat for self-defense. A defense is a rating of 75. Maneuverability, 35. Concealment, 56. Statistics-wise, we already looked at that. 29% win rate on this boat is very bad. I've only played 7 battles because, again, I'm not a carrier main. Now, for the armor scheme. We have a little bit of an icebreaker on that highlighted section right there. I will circle that in the editing process. But we have a bit of an icebreaker right there. Same in the rear as well, which is pretty interesting. I haven't really studied the armor scheme as much as I have, but we have a little bit of an icebreaker there. So if you're shooting at the Kaga, make sure to avoid that because you'll just get clinks there. But if you want to hit the Citadel, it's a little raised above the waterline, so just aim at the waterline. However, Kaga has a turtleback. So just be aware that you might get some pins. So just aim at waterline. You probably can get Citadels. And if you're not getting Citadels on the Kaga, which I don't know why you shouldn't be, like, you should be able to get a Citadel when this thing is flat broadside. But it does have turtleback, so just know that. And the casemate's 152 millimeter with an armor belt. But if you want to Citadel this thing, like, purely, I'm going to put, again, a red dot here. Aim at this highlighted section right here. Aim at the waterline in front of the Kaga. If you punch through that, you'll hit this highlighted section right here, which is the Citadel. You smack right there. Oh, come back, camera. All right, so let's throw a turtleback on there. And then you have, what is it? 21 millimeters of armor. So be careful of that highlight section right there, the icebreakers. You should not be able to hit that because you're going to be looking in front of the Kaga. But yeah, the 21 millimeters of armor right here, aim at the waterline, and you will get that Citadel if you overmatch. Because the Citadel, again, it's just right there in that highlighted section. You punch through there, you'll get the Citadel. Just be careful not to hit the casemate armor. So, yeah, you want to Citadel this thing? Go through the front. Again, broadside, anything broadside will get Citadel sometimes. There are some boats that just don't get Citadel because their Citadel is underwater. Anyway, let's have an overview on Kaga. Deck full. Carrier has more units of aircraft on the deck than average. Stealthy aircraft. Aircraft with good concealment. Precise bombs. Aircraft with high precision bombs. Kaga. Until the early 1940s, she was one of the biggest aircraft carriers in the Imperial Japanese Navy. Initially laid down as a battleship, she was redesigned during construction to become a carrier. The ship had good armor protection for her type, powerful secondary battery guns, and carried quite a numerous air group. Entered service in 1928. Ships in service 1. So there's the Kaga for you in an overview. This thing looks amazing. I like the design of it. I'm digging it, and I also love the camo that is on this boat. I think it looks amazing. Same with the planes. I like the camo on it too. The green, the red, and the yellow shows Japan, World War II era. Like, I like it. It looks pretty sick. So with all that, let's just get into the gameplay. But before we get into the gameplay, let's have a look at the upgrades really quick. I always forget these all the time in every video. We run flight control mod 1. Aircraft restoration time is minus 15%. Air groups mod 2, dive and skip bomber HP and torpedo bomber HP is increased by 3%. Concealment mod, so we don't get spotted. It's a personal thing I like to have on there. The concealment, like, it's just my personal preference on there. And air groups mod 3, aircraft return speed is 25%. Dive, skip bomber and torpedo bomber HP is increased by 4%. So those are the upgrades I'm running. There's probably better upgrades you guys run. Like, again, I'm not a carrier main. But anyway, let's get into the match. Alrighty, we are in the carrier Kaga. So in this video, it's going to be a little different how we do things. I kind of edited it out a little more than I usually do because I didn't want really to have people like sit here and watch me fly across the map the whole entire like video, because I kind of find that boring. And the only time you would find that entertaining is when you're playing in the carrier yourself. So we're going for this Waymar here. We're going to try and get some good damage on him. Leave a mark on the team. drop bombs. We get a good like 4K out of him, malfunction, and also fire on him. So he's on a fire. We're gonna try and get some more perma fires on him. We get Jervis spotted, and in a carrier, if you get the Jervis spotted or any DD spotted, you take that opportunity because you need to get rid of those DDs and like fast. Like they're gonna be a big issue. We get almost 6K on Jervis. That's insane. We in-cap 3 things on his boat. Like that's insane. All right, little edit there. We're back at it. We're going against Waymar again because I've been working on this guy the whole time. But if you notice in the back of the map, I am being targeted by the other enemy carrier. We get a good 3K there on the Waymar, but I take torps there, and I've lost like 10K in my health just from torps from the enemy carrier. Like that's just downright annoying. The carrier's gonna be focusing me for a hot second, but I think he only targets me once throughout this whole match. Now he's gonna go for someone else. But we're hard targeting this Waymar here, and we get 1 bomb hit there, getting 3 in caps and 1 fire, and that fire and 3 in caps is like permanent. So I got 1 plane left, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of it and send up the torpedo bombers. Now, what's kind of annoying about playing the carrier, I've said this from the intro too or during the video, is that we have to rely on our team to carry us throughout this match, and it's going to be difficult. Another edit here. So I took the torpedo bombers out. Waymar, he's kind of in a difficult position for me to get some torpedoes out on him. And currently in the match, we are losing. We've lost 2 DDs, they've lost 1, and we lost a battleship. So I need to start making like a move on the team. Torpedo drop. Look, I thought that would look pretty solid on the Rook, but he's gonna be able to dodge that. I led that a little too much there, and he's gonna barely dodge it, and he's gonna eat my planes, like just chomp them away. So I try and get a little extra torque drop here, and unfortunately those aren't looking very hot. So yeah, but what's annoying about being a carrier is that we only have secondaries and planes. Like that's all we can use in this whole entire fight, and we can't really like do anything about it. All we can do is provide air support. Zara gets death struck by the Rook, and the enemy team is now have B cap, D cap, B cap, D cap. I don't know why that sounded goofy. And we're taking A cap if you look on the left side of the map. Now A cap is going to be an interesting fight because they still have most of their team is on left side. I have to deal with Rook, Waymar, and the Destroyer, and that's going to be tough for me because I'm the only one focusing this side. Besides the lonely Destroyer out there. I don't know who that is because he's dark at the moment. But good drop here on Rook here. And we get a good like 7, 8K out of him, sending him on a fire. There's a Jervis right there. I'm like, okay, Jervis is low. I need to get rid of him. If I get rid of Jervis, and I pop my maneuver ability here too because I want to save planes for dropping bombs on these Jervis. Because if we get Jervis out, it'll actually be huge because we are down 4 ships and they have 1 DD down. But again, I'm not the greatest carrier player in the world, and I missed the bomb drop. And lucky for us, the Jaeger was able to kill the Jervis. Could have saved him some extra time there, and also his concealment against the Waymar and Rook because now he has to get shot at by them. So now I'm setting my carrier a course towards the islands with my team over at A-Cap. A-Cap, there's a fight going down. There's, I believe, 2 battleships over there and a destroyer, and our cruisers are trying to work on them right now. Right now, I'm focusing down the Rook and the Waymar. I'm trying to get these guys off of me because they're starting to get into my detectability range. The mistake I made here as a carrier player is that I wasn't moving my carrier into position. I kind of stuck in the back of the map, not worrying about it. We drop bombs here on Waymar and get a good 6K out of him, setting him on fire, getting 4 in caps on him. If I would have moved earlier, I would have saved my butt here. Because they're almost in my detectability. If you look in the mini map, like they are so close to finding me. I should have been moving earlier, and I would have not been in this tricky situation that I got myself into. So this mistake was on me. Drop more bombs on Waymar, get a good 4K, send him on a perp fire and in cap. And I'm just trying to get as much as I can into Rook and Waymar because we are losing this fight. Rochester just went down to Kaga, the torpedoes, and now it's a 3v6, and it's not looking good for us. They still have a carrier, a destroyer. All that's remaining is me, a battleship, and a destroyer. Like, I had to rely on my teammates to pull off this dub, but we just, unfortunately, just fell apart, couldn't get it done. Saipan goes down, which is actually huge for our team. The Destroyer was able to take him out. So now I'm going to go ahead and drop Torps on this Waymar because I need to get rid of him. And this is insane what happens next. Ready? 1, 2, 3 Torps hit him, and he did not die. And I'm like, what? Like, how did he not die? Like, that's insane. We're at 59,000 damage, which honestly isn't bad for a tier 7 premium aircraft carrier. Like, that's just all in a day's work here. And I'm going for the Waymar again because I need to get rid of him. I'm detected. The battleship's shooting me. They shot my broadside not not so long ago, and I lost all my health. Kill the Waymar. I'm trying to go back to my carrier, but I get destroyed. And I was trying to go back to the carrier to send up some torpedo bombers, but fortunately it didn't happen, and I die. And the enemy team almost has the entire map into caps. Like, this is a wrap here. 3 battleships versus a battleship and a destroyer. All I can do is just annoy the Rook. I popped the squadron and the maneuver ability to just distract the AA amounts from me dropping here. Drop bombs on this Rook here. Get 8k out of him through the superstructure. I'm like, okay, I need to at least get one more hit on him. Try and get a permafire to get some, extra damage up there. So I'm turning around, going in. One of the planes is smoking. Can I do it? Will I be able to get that one permafire? Here we go. We dive down. The bomber takes a hit. He's down. My plane takes a hit. The bomb falls short. And I'm like, no. Like, I literally said that because I had my headset muted. I like to lock in when I'm playing. But I was like, no, we lost. Like, I was so mad. About the fact that I didn't get my fire. Sorry, not the loss. I wasn't mad that we lost. Our team fell apart. There wasn't a whole much I could do. Jaeger is all that remains. He takes B cap. Good for him. He's getting some extra XP for his self. But we're going to skip ahead here in a second through this edit because this game is pretty much a wrap here. We're down 500 points and more. They have all the caps. They have the ship advantage. Like, there's not a whole ton we can do here. So skip ahead. Battle ends in a loss, unfortunately. But watch this. Personal, we got 67,900 damage, and we ended up second on the leaderboard. That's when you know it's bad when a carrier beats you. But we ended up second on the board, which is not bad. Enemy team, Rook just devastated the whole entire team. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Kaga is something you could go for if you want it or not. But personally, in my opinion, I think it's a pretty fun carrier. But in the meantime, I will see you guys later.